La 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 la.
This is the view from the bridge going into Madison, Illinois, just a few miles from the arch. Acres and acres of classic railroad cars. Is it a train yard? Yes, but no. A museum? Nope, Is it a place where old railroad cars go to rust away? A scrapyard where trains go to die? Absolutely not, definitely not, completely not. Oh, it's a spectacular collection of classic old cars, all right, from out-of-service Amtrak coaches to cars from legendary trains gone by and everything in between. But these cars are not ready for the dumpster. Imagine Harry Truman whistle-stopping on the back of this old coach, holding that Dewey Defeats Truman newspaper from the back platform. These cars are not here to rust away. These historic railroad cars are here to be reborn.
We're reusing history and making history out of an old product, but we also rehabilitate these other cars that have historical value, and they've re-entered a new life as private cars.
You heard him right. Private cars, private railroad cars, just like James T. West or C. Montgomery Burns. Fancy. You'll see. This is Gateway Rail Services. They take those old cars and turn them into posh and luxurious hotel suites on rail. Want to see? Not yet. The cars are sold to private owners, rich guys, or to people who put together trains of private cars, or to museums or tourist bureaus, or to railroads who need specialty cars.
This car will be developed into living quarters for the operating crew. Each room will be for an individual. It will encompass about 2 windows of space.
Pretty nice.
Want to see the really spectacular cars? Not yet.
Private rail car industry is kind of obscure. It dates back to the times when the very rich and famous traveled throughout the country in their privately built, specially built railroad cars. Okay, kind of like the yachts of the rich and famous and the Learjets and all that of the rich and famous. As time progressed, certain railroad cars were being retired from service, and they were either being disposed of for scrap, disposed of out for bid, highest bidder.
Look at this beauty, the Streamliner Mark Twain Zephyr. It even looks like the West Wind. Dedicated in Hannibal, of course, it's got a lot of history, each car named after a Twain character. His autograph on the back end. But before it got here, it was stripped down, cleaned out. Now it's waiting for someone with the money to restore it. Here's the view from the engineer's seat, and the view out back from the last car. Look at this history. Here it is, pulling into Union Station in St. Louis.
You look at the engineering and design in just the lines of it today. When we think of aerodynamics, that had aero design to it. It was on the cusp, the leading edge of technology.
Now it's time to see. In a private rail yard a few miles away from the shop, finished cars sit behind fences, awaiting their next trip. Let's start with a good one. The word is opulent.
Well, it's very opulent. Let me brighten the lights a little for you.
And this living room is just a start. Let's go upstairs. Yep, upstairs. The seats are under a tarp to protect them from the sun. It's a dome car. Now, back downstairs.
Underdome Lounge.
The Underdome Lounge. Holy moly. If I wanted to buy this railroad car right now.
About $600,000, which is kind of a steal for a dome car. This type of car usually would go for $1 million+ in its current finished state.
Yep, there's more. Let's go to the back.
This is a master suite. Very rarely do you find a room this size
moly.
on a railroad car.
This is yacht-like.
Every railroad car is 10 feet wide and 85 feet long. That's all you get. That's all you got. So in comparison to a yacht, you got an 85-footer here. Not many people float around on an 85-footer.
And there are other cars. The Pullman Sleeper.
The bed comes out of here, comes out of the wall, folds out.
A dining car for those private rail tours.
Okay, this is the New York Central 448. And this is a true 48-seat dining car.
And the coolest car of my tour of the touring cars.
Oh, wow, this is great. This is like the main location out of a 1930s society movie.
Is that unbelievably elegant or what? Hey, remember that rear car on the Mark Twain Zephyr? If only HEC-TV paid a little bit more.
Instead of going to the Museum of Transport, you can actually ride across the country on a living piece of history. Not wondering about it, not looking at it, not going back and forth in the little museum track, but actually going across country. And that's something thrilling.
I'll show you something thrilling. As we walked off those finished rail yachts in the yard, over the fence, a train horn blew. The Kansas City Southern's Southern Belle, a private, fully restored 1940s era passenger train. How perfect is that? For HEC-TV, I'm Aaron Mermelstein.
La 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 la